I've been wanting to make a YouTube channel for a very long time. Maybe like the last year, I was like, I want to make, I don't know, I don't fucking know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I feel like an alien on this planet. I have such a fear of being judged. I have such a fear of being judged. I have a fear you're gonna think I'm fucking crazy. I have a fear that you're gonna think I'm fucking crazy. Oh, she doesn't live in the real world. She's delusional. I don't know. And then, like, people just are so fucking sensitive. And, I mean, like, I get it. I'm sensitive, too. But people take things so fucking personally. And, like if I say something, it's, like, the truth. And it's funny because my name on Instagram is Emanating Truth, but I think truth is relative to every single moment. And I feel that there is some absolute truth, and the only absolute truth that I feel confident in claiming as absolute is that we are literally all one and connected. Like, there is a web of consciousness, of particles, of atoms, of intelligence that has literally created this whole reality. Can you feel it? It literally is everything. People are gonna be like, she's on drugs. I did do a microdose this morning. But yeah, once your mind is opened, and I really have to thank mushrooms for opening my mind and unlocking this key to my consciousness, and now I don't need to do drugs or plant medicine to access this. It's like just literally like my reality. And then of course I feel it more when I do like meditation or yoga or breath work. Like I can really, or just being, or like ecstatic dance, or being with like a group of people. Like I can really easily tap into those higher states of consciousness, like I have felt in like with mushrooms or ayahuasca. But yeah, I have a fear. I have a fear of being judged, and I want to share my deep personal shit. I just want to like this fucking put on the camera, share whatever the fuck I want to share, like whatever. It's like not that big of a deal. I want to, and if I'm like really creating the life that I want to create, like if I really can do that, which I know I can, why not make my life, like share it with the world, and hopefully inspire other people, make other people feel less alone, entertain people, and make money from it. Like, why wouldn't I want to do that? That just sounds a lot of fun. And I have so many stories and fears that are preventing me from doing that. And I guess this is my first one, coming out of the closet. Yeah, and I felt that I've like needed to come out of, like fully out of the spiritual closet, like really show my face and show my energy and be like, this is who I am. I am not ashamed. I know I didn't come from a place where anyone was like this. I wasn't like this. I didn't ask for this. I was talking to my friend Luna yesterday, and we were just like playing out like voices and parts of ourselves, or I was. And I like, there's this part of me that's like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to see life this way. Like, I was gonna, I don't know, I was super, super depressed. So, I mean, it makes sense. But yeah, I was super depressed, but I was planning on, you know, going to college, getting a job, finding a husband, having kids, you know, living the normal life. And then I am doing some mushrooms one summer, and like my first 2 years of college were really dark for me, like really dark. Like I had to withdraw one semester because I was so depressed and like literally couldn't do my work. But yeah, I was drinking insane amounts. I was like throwing myself and using, like, sleeping with whoever the fuck, or not whoever, but like a lot of people, and just using my sexual energy when I was drunk for in not healthy ways. And I was on antidepressants and anti-anxiety and Adderall, and I was just really lost and sad, and I would pray that, like, to die. I would and it makes me emotional now. Wow. Yeah, I would literally pray to not be on this planet. I was too scared to take my own life, but I would just like think about, like, I want to get cancer, I want to get hit by a car, I want something. So Luna's right there. Yeah, so I wouldn't be here. And yeah, it was really sad and really hard. And then this one summer, the summer before my junior year of college, me and my friends did mushrooms, and it was the most I've ever done. It was like 2.23 whatever grams. And it was like maybe a week or so before my junior year of college. And that is the night that I had my spiritual awakening. And it was the night that changed my whole life. Like, I literally could not be the same after that. What I experienced was this deep, visceral understanding and feeling that of God, of love, of pure love, and the connection to everything, and that nothing that before that I took a lot of responsibility for what was happening in my family, or I felt like I took a lot of emotional responsibility. I was like, oh, like, my dad is doing this, and my sister's this, and my grandpa's this, like, everybody's falling apart, but like, I'm miserable because of them, you know, being a victim to my family situation, being a victim to, like, also feeling different my whole life, and, you know, mostly like being a victim of my family situation. And I felt, just this like whole weight of the world lifted off of my shoulders, and I understood that nothing anyone does is my responsibility. It has nothing to do with me. All I can do, all I'm here to do, is take care of myself, take care of my well-being, and it's my responsibility how I respond to anything outside of me. But anything that's happening outside of me has nothing to do really with me. It's not mine to take on. And that was huge. That was like monumental for me, because I was taking on everything. Like, on top of my own shit, I was like everybody's. And I felt Jesus, and I felt Buddha, and I felt this like whole like all of these like golden angels around me. And I was laying on the floor in my apartment. We had put like mattresses down, and I'm laying on my back, and I'm just like laughing and like crying, and I'm hearing and I'm like and seeing like this orchestra, like the Beatles playing All You Need Is Love, and I'm crying and I'm laughing, and I was like, I get it. Do you guys get it? Because I get it. Like telling my friends they're all having their own experience. And I'm just like, I get it now, I get it. And that was the moment that changed my whole entire life. And I was like, because I experienced that, I tasted divinity, I tasted God, I tasted love and joy on a level that I had never experienced in my life. Didn't even know that was possible. I was like, this is not the game that I thought I was playing. There's that? Okay, I'm gonna make my whole entire life face that direction, because that's what I want. I want to feel God, and I want to feel everything, and I want to feel love, and like that pure of a sensation and connection all the time. And I know, and I knew, and I know that feeling one thing all the time is not possible. I mean, maybe there are some enlightened beings that have walked this planet and literally like hold enlightenment like all the time. I don't know. I know everything, life is waves. But I knew I could point my life path towards that direction. And knowing that, and not being able to like go back to what I thought this life was everything for me. And I dropped out of the sorority I was in. Oh, my phone's low. I dropped out of the sorority I was in. I changed my major to art, and I literally just and made all of these other changes. And I just, it was like I was facing one direction in my life, and it was just like, and after that, I experienced so many synchronicities and magical moments that were confirming me, especially like right after that, when I changed my major from, I was a psychology major, gonna do art therapy, and then I was like, I just experienced that, and I don't even know who I am, and how can I graduate in 2 years and be a therapist to somebody else when that exists, and school is not going to show me what that is. And I'll there's a lot there about college, school. But anyway, so I was like, I'm doing what I always wanted to do. I want to be a fucking artist. I want to find out who I am. Go. So I went to go change my major to art, and I had a hold on my account, and they were like, you can't change your major unless you... I had gotten in trouble for having marijuana in my room freshman year. And I had 3 sanctions, and one of them I never completed, and I didn't know. But I had to meet with like a drug counselor, and so changing my major junior year of college, they're like, you need to go meet with this drug counselor or you can't change your major. I'm like, okay, I'm going to meet with the drug counselor. So I go, and she is literally an angel. I was crying like hysterically in confirmation. Like, she told me everything I needed to hear. She just confirmed my whole like spiritual awakening path. And she was just like, keep going. Like, there are people out there on the same mission that have tasted this life, and told me about really wealthy people, really successful CEOs, whatever, like leaving the materialistic world and going to live in monasteries and becoming monks, and just all of these people that have dedicated their life to the spiritual path. And it was just such confirmation for me. And so, yeah, I kept going in. And yeah, there's so much more, but that feels like a really good place to start. It's about to be 20 minutes on here. I had a little process in the beginning to get started, which is nice and authentic. Why I want to do this. I want to share myself and share my story more to, like I said, hopefully inspire people, to help people feel not alone, to also just, share myself as like a therapy, as like, I love self-expression, and this is such a great way, another way to do this. So yeah, I am grateful that this happened. I did it, even if it's not exactly the way I thought it was going to go down. But yeah, I will continue the story in another video. I will keep going. Thank you for watching if I post this, which maybe I will. But yeah, thank you for listening, for being here. I really feel that, maybe I'll share a little bit more. A few years after my spiritual awakening, I was researching a lot. Like, because I had nobody else in my physical life that was on, like, that had the same expansive spiritual awakening experience, activation. I felt really alone, but I would go online and do so much research, and I'm like, okay, there are people out there like me, like that have had these same experiences and are wondering the same things and are questioning our reality and what we have been taught. Because in modern culture, modern society, like that, what I just explained, this connection to God, spiritual awakening, whatever, is not even, I mean, there's religion, but there's nothing, we're not ever introduced to this feeling, or awareness. So anyways, I'm just doing a bunch of researching all religions, doing a lot of deep research in science and how there's so much science, like proving spiritual concepts, like they go hand in hand. So I'm like, okay, people, like, how are we living like this in society when there's so much physical and non-physical evidence proving that we are living in some sort of wild creation, and we're settling for like that, like modern society, like the educational system, the medical system, the political system, like all of these systems that are in place that are running our world literally make no sense and do really no no good in supporting the true evolution of humans and consciousness. And I went like I was saying, a few years after my spiritual awakening, I went super deep into the research of what's actually happening in the world and how all of these systems are built. And they're all built on greed and corruption and darkness, like, and just like greed and control. And I was like, and I again fell actually into another like depression, because I was like, what is the point of even living if these are the systems in place? Like, it was really, really, really heartbreaking for me actually to face. Yeah, and that's a whole other topic and video that I can make, which is, yeah, a little scary to talk about, but yeah, I just, after that, I pulled myself out of that depression. I was like, I am so dedicated to contributing the least amount of negativity into this world. Like, I know I'm human and I'm not perfect, but if, like, I just made it my mission, like, I will not contribute to that insanity. I will live a life of purity and introspection and like cleaning myself as much as I can, so I do not leave any trace of ill will on this planet. Because personally, I want to have children one day. I'm not in any rush. But I don't want to bring them into this world that, like, has been built for us. The political system, the educational system, like all of it. I am not raising my children in that. That is not the world that I vote for. That is not the best that we can do as humans. Like, no fucking way. I am not signing up for that. So I am here creating my new world, our new level of intelligence, of consciousness, of collaboration, of harmony with the planet, with each other, because that doesn't work. We can try to like fix it and vote for people all we want, but I say we just throw it in the freaking trash, because its very foundation is rotting, because it was never built on anything good. And so, yeah, this is what I'm about. And there are other people, which I'm so grateful for, that are actually, that see the same thing that I do, that are willing to face it and willing to go into the unknown and be like, we need to create something else, because that's not fucking working. That's sickness. It's making people sick and die and depressed. So this is my mission on the planet, to help people remember that we have a choice, that we have the ability to create something new and different, and with such much more integrity and consciousness for the way we affect the planet and each other. And I'm not saying that it's easy, and I believe like, oh, we can all live in peace and harmony and rainbows and butterflies and unicorns, like live in this fantasy la la land. Like, yes, I will hold the vision of peace and harmony and whatever, but I know we're gonna have to go through a lot of shit to get there. We're gonna have to see a lot of stuff inside of ourselves, because I believe we live in a hologram, a mirror simulation, that everything outside of ourselves is inside. And so the first and foremost thing that we need to do is go inside and clean and clear and cry and heal and scream and face every part of ourselves, so we can walk with integrity and learn how to have real healthy relationships with the land and with the other humans on this planet and with the animals. Because I don't want to live any other way. There's no point to this human existence if I'm not living that way. So, boom. That is who I am. Part of who I am. So, okay, we're at 30 minutes now. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Emma, for finally doing this and sharing yourself. It's fucking scary. It's scary. There's a lot of hateful, judgmental people out there that I guess I'm afraid of. But I cannot leave this life without giving it everything that I got and sharing my raw, authentic truth moment to moment. Because we're supposed to live it up, baby. This is a beautiful existence, and I'm gonna enjoy it.